Here we go again. Slovakia's government has now approved a 2-week national lockdown amid a record surge of coronavirus infections. The measures that take effect on Friday will target all, both unvaccinated and vaccinated. Under the lockdown, people can leave their homes only for some specific reasons, such as buying food, going to work and school, or getting jabbed. The unvaccinated will be required to get tested to go to work unless they've recovered from COVID-19.
If such a hard lockdown is not effective, then this will be a phenomenon all over the world.
Slovakia's actions are in line with warnings from the EU Health Agency, which is calling for urgent action from member states to avoid pressure on hospitals in December and January. Likewise, the Netherlands is to announce new COVID measures on Friday. It's just reported more than 23,700 new cases, the highest since the start of the pandemic. With the emphasis on pushing vaccination programmes, Italy has tightened the screws on people unwilling to take an anti-COVID shot. It is sharply restricting access to an array of services and making vaccines mandatory for a wider group of public sector workers. Prime Minister Mario Draghi justified his government's actions.
We are seeing a very serious situation in our neighbouring countries. We are also seeing that our situation in Italy is slowly but steadily worsening.
And even Portugal, with around 87% of its population already vaccinated, is pushing booster shots. The government's pledged to give a third COVID jab to a quarter of the population by the end of January to tackle the pandemic storm.
The overall number of cases and hospitalization rates here in Italy continue to rise, especially in the northeastern part of the country. Now, in order to fight against that, the Italian government has decided to follow the example of Austria, which recently introduced measures targeting unvaccinated people. And that comes as no surprise, given the fact that Italy has recently introduced some of the strictest anti-COVID rules to be ever implemented by a major democratic country. Back in August, Italy began rolling out its health certificate, the so-called Green Pass, making it a requirement to access a number of venues such as restaurants, theatres, cinemas, before extending its use to all workplaces. The certificate shows that the pass holder has been vaccinated against COVID, has recovered from the disease, or has tested negative for COVID. Now, under the new scheme that will be introduced starting from the 6th of December, that has been rebranded Super Green Pass, the health certificate will be only available to vaccinated people and those people who have recovered from the disease. In other words, unvaccinated people won't be allowed to get access to a number of public spaces. Now, clearly the move aims to target anti-vaxxers. That's why it has also been widely criticized. But experts say that by staging rallies, by taking to the streets, some of these people have contributed the most to the spread of the virus. Giorgio Orlandi, Euronews, Rome.